Hails and welcome to Rauta Reviews. Today we have a band that is not known to me previously, but nevertheless one of the more interesting albums that actually got me surprised. This one's called Neptunian Sun and Summoning Tides. This is actually a re-release of an album that got released a few years ago, more or less in independent format. Now this is in proper digipack format, which actually looks nice, kind of very simple in design, but there's also a surprise content in the form of a sort of a mini poster. I don't know if this has more value to anybody than lyrics here, but to be honest, this album is not exactly the one with lots of lyrics. In fact, quite the opposite. Now, this is a combination of a music album that has post-black and kind of atmospheric doom in the same piece of a release, which is not the most common combination, not to mention not the type that is easily to be, sold as like, hey, check it out, it's atmospheric doom and post-black. Like, wait a second, it's gonna be some hipster crap, isn't it? Well, yes and no. The good thing here is that this album works so much better than one might expect from such a hybrid. Surely there are lots of really heavy tuned guitars which with slow tempo just move on like a blob that is gonna kill everybody on its way. Like, those early horror movies where this kind of a sinister atmosphere is everything that there is. You don't know what's gonna happen except that people are gonna die. Well, maybe with this album nobody's gonna die, but I mean the atmosphere is really great. And by post-black, well, I guess the band means, and at least I know what I mean, is that it's kind of a post-metal album, but more on the darker side, more on the blackish side. But then again, since it's more about kind of a less lyrical content as well as more doom stuff, one might say that it's not so much about post-black, because what there is about black metal, if not lyrics, the production and the kind of a shrieky vocals. If you remove the ideological points, lyrics, vocals, what black metal there really is. Now, so we could say that this is something along the lines of Russian Circles, which is a great post-metal band. But this is more on the doomy sector in regards of really slow tempo, not so technical playing. So kind of a weird hybrid, but less weird than what the description of the genre might give you an indication of. To be honest, I find this a tad bit weird, but also very captivating to listen to, because it's so heavy, and even though the songs are quite lengthy, it manages to keep me going all the way, even after a few spins. So once again, one of those albums that when you really have very little expectations due to weird or atypical description or ways to, put this under a label, it turns out to be one of those albums that is way better than what you might expect. Really heavy production, and, just a general feeling is something that you probably should be interested in this if you are into instrumental metal, or mostly instrumental metal or post-metal in the first place. Or if just, kind of a old schoolist yet more atmospheric doom. So, I don't know, really nice case of releases. So, re-release or not, go check out this one. It totally has deserved more attention now than ever before. And since it's out on a nice looking digipack format in a re-release way, go check it out. You might be surprised in a good way. Thank you for watching. See you soon with more Rauta stuff. Signing off. Bye bye.